To get to my destination, it all began here, at the Pittsburgh International Airport. To begin my trip, I landed in the suburban area known as Cape Town, South Africa, along with a group of people. While I was in South Africa, I visited Castle Good Hope and went to the Table Mountain. While I was there, I decided to visit the Castle of Good Hope, which was in Cape Town with my group, which was built between 1666 and 1679 by the Dutch East India Company. I wanted to go close to a beach and get away from the weather in Houston, Pennsylvania, so I went to Camps Bay in the suburb of Cape Town, South Africa, and was established in 1713 with my travel group where I learned to surf. Since there wasn't too much time left in the day, I wanted to go to another attraction, so I went to Table Mountain in South Africa, which by surprise is a flat-top mountain, and took an amazing aerial cable along with my exploring group. I left my group and went to Madagascar and visited Zahima National Park, which was established in 1997 and has 112 bird species, 46 reptile species, and 62 species of amphibians, and 48 species of mammals, and 13 species of lemurs. Next, I wanted to go to a Kalahari desert, so next on my list, I went to a Kalahari Transfrontier Park. It had red dunes and scrub that fades into boundlessness, and broad groups of gemsbok, springbok, eland, and wild beasts which come and go during the seasons. Since I've always wanted to go on an old-fashioned safari, I couldn't miss my chance. So on the next day, I headed north to Kostosky National Park in Botswana, which is the third largest park of the country after the Central Kalahari Game Reserve and the Gemsbok National Park. It is also the country's first national park. While I was there, I saw nests, which are also called wild beasts, which are known to be alive about 1 million years ago, suggested by fossil records. I also saw zebras, which after looking at and researching, no zebra's coat is the same. There are also many elephants, and this park is surprisingly known for its spectacular population. There are other animals such as the hippo, which actually, from my seeing, eat a lot of herbs. Who would have guessed that since they are so large? Another animal species I saw were sable, which are shockingly hunted for their fur, which is weird because they are very small. Lastly, I saw hyenas. These animals are behaviorally and morphologically similar to canines. Next on my list was Victoria Falls, since of course I was close to Zimbabwe and I definitely couldn't have missed it for the world. The falls flow differently than most do because it flows upward instead of downward. While I was there, I wanted an elephant-back safari and whitewater rafting. But almost took a dip at Devil's Pool, but was too scared, although I took a picture of people who did. On my next adventure, I kept traveling north to see the stunning African rainforest ecosystem. In order to get there, I had to travel up the Zambezi River, through Malawi, Tanzania, Burundi, and Rwanda, until I finally got to Uganda to visit the Kaibali Forest National Park. This gorgeous park was established in 1993 and was built to protect a broad area of forest previously managed as a logged forest reserve. While I was there, I saw amazing rainforest wildlife, and the northern part is known as the wettest area, and its average rainfall of about 1,700 millimeters. This park is known for one of the best safari destinations in Africa, for chimpanzee tracking. This rainforest is one of the last remaining expanses to contain both lowland and montane forests. This forest contains 325 species of birds, 4 wild felids, 13 species of primates, and at least 16 species of other mammals, and over 250 tree species. Talk about a big ecosystem. After I saw all the wildlife, I decided to see the urban life of Africa, so I headed east to visit Nairobi, the capital of Kenya. While I was there, I noticed a mix of wealth and poverty. Nairobi is very unfortunate people that live in some parts, but also has fortunate people who live there too. In the unfortunate parts, there are 4 million people living in the overcrowded urban slums. They are on a massive food crisis. The government has declared a national food emergency. In normal circumstances, malnutrition, which is when you aren't eating the right stuff, is at least at 15% in specific areas which qualify as humanitarian emergency. Country Director Anna Mahoney has been tirelessly talking to government and donors to try and get the crisis in Nairobi slums on the agenda, while in other parts of Nairobi does not have it rough at all. My venture, I did something pretty radical. I continued east to Mogadishu, the capital of Somalia. This idea was foolish and dangerous, and even though I was warned against visiting, because there was a high threat from terrorism, including kidnapping, throughout Somalia, including Somaliland, although shockingly agreed with it. This area had only 6 months without terroristic groups, but then taken over once again. Since I am white, I am a target for crime, and regarded wealthy. While I was there, walking with my hired guard, I did see some attractions such as Shanghai Old City, which is known for its renowned beauty and architecture. Overall, Mogadishu is a horrible place, but the Shanghai Old City is beautiful despite the damages of the ongoing Civil War. During my trip, I traveled far, far west to reach Timbuktu, which was founded in the 5th century and is a city in Mali. While I was there, I visited the priceless historical architecture, such as the Dijon River Mosque. This beautiful landmark was built in 1327 by Abu S. Hafiz Sahali and paid 200 kilograms of solid gold. Dijon River is one of 3 madrasas composing the University of Timbuktu. In 1990, this ancient mosque was considered to be in danger by the cause of sand encroachment. Unfortunately, all good things come to an end. My vacation sadly went too fast.